How did the four of you, with Randy Chisholm, our hero, how did the four of you come to be in a quartet together?
I was singing with Randy as a baritone in the Naturals, and we finished third at International 2 years in a row. After the second one, Randy had said, "I'm not sure this combination will ever be the one to win." And when he said that, I said, "Well, Randy, if you'd like to take a chance on me singing bass against your big lead voice, I got two other guys in mind that I think would fill the bill and make a pretty good quartet." We decided a few weeks after the '93 International to try it out, and we went to Randy's house, and it had promise.
It'd be hard to move past that without talking for a minute at least about Randy. He's just this huge presence on stage.
Yeah.
And you've all kind of mentioned that, like, can I keep up with that voice? And it was the voice, it was the heart, you know. And when I got to share a few words at his memorial, it was just, that's what I remembered was I learned from him, you know, whatever I can do. A big piece of that was watching Randy Chisholm, trying to figure out how do I put my heart out as far on my sleeve as he did.
And he didn't just do it on the stage; he did it everywhere he went.
Yeah.
I mean,
the person, every show.
He was so genuine and loved her. And just to this day, people come and say, it was amazing. I met Randy and talked to him one time for a short bit. A year later, he knew my name and what we talked about. That was the man. Yeah.
Yeah. Surprise. Any surprises that you encountered?
So surprises. Heck yeah. We happened to have a rehearsal on Saturday, a month and a half after International, at my house. And there's a knock on the door about an hour in, and I go, and there's a man in a tux with a limo out. You know, what are you doing here? You know, there's no one getting married or anything. And he's like, "I'm here to pick you up." I'm like, "No, you know, who are you looking for?" And he said, and finally then I saw like a Marquis on his thing. I'm like, "Jay, we've been had again." Our wife set up this surprise party at Gary Ellerhorst. They sent us through a McDonald's to get some food because we
Happy meals.
we had to sing to the gal over the microphone, and then we started back up I-74 towards my house and went, "We're going to Gary's," and got there, and there was hundreds of people. The funny part of the story was they always had been known to say, you know, a few weeks later, like, "We didn't even get a cake."
Oh, yeah.
They had a cake for each one of us.
We get to the party at Paul's house, and you know, everybody had their own cake. We had 4 cakes, you know, and it was
really smart guys we are. They said, "We want to get a picture of all your kids over by the pool, over on the other side of the pool, and they'll take the picture. You guys get down in front of them." Like, we weren't smart enough to realize what was happening here. They went 1, 2, 3, and the old shove-a-rooney. We all go
went in the water.
Everything is over, and I'm feeling bad. I lost the best pal that I ever had. Face not so handsome, but eyes, don't you know, that shone just as bright as they did years ago. They called her Frivolous Sal, a peculiar sort of a gal, with a heart that was mellow. An all-round good fellow was my old pal. Your trouble, sorrow, and care, she was always willing to share. Oh, wild sort of devil, but dead on the level was my gal Sal, my trouble, sorrow and care. She was always willing to share. Now she is gone forever. I lost my pal. Oh, how I miss her. My old pal, my gal Sal.
Hi, I'm Doug Smeltz, I am here with the 2019 Senior Champion JAD and the 2020 International Champion Senior Quartet, Hearsay.
Wow.
And so this is an honor to be with you guys. So how did you come up with the name of Hearsay?
Well, we were throwing names around, trying to come up with something that wasn't rude. And we came up with one, and Tom reminded me earlier, we wanted to be old's cool because old is cool. And so we sent that into society, and society said, no, that's too close to old school. And so we got with Joe Connolly, and he said, I don't have a problem with that. And so I called society, and they said, we have a problem with it at the society. So they shut the door on that one. But then we realized that these three guys sang with rumors, and Hearsay is a logical step.
So you went to the Senior International in 2019 in Nashville?
Yes.
And where'd you place there?
We were third place bronze, or like we like to say, we were first place bronze.
Yeah, and then coming back and winning it, I mean, had you any idea that it was going to go that smooth and win the thing the next year?
We knew most of the competition, except for the guys from Great Britain who came over, and they, you know, they really got the audience fired up. So, you know, we were really, after we heard the reception that they got, we kind of went, wow, are we going to be third again?
Yeah.
But it worked out better than that.
So I know that theater, the backstage is horrible as far as the amount of room and everything, and they have no elevator up to the practice rooms. So tell about your experience when you went to sing there in the beginning.
Well, the way it was set up in Jacksonville is that we would walk down from the hotel. So we warmed up, you know, in the hotel, and then walked down through a very light rain, about 150 yards to the alley behind the theater. And when we got there, of course, society had a helper down there and said, "Oh, who are you guys now?" We said, "Oh, we're Hearsay." And they said, "Oh, that's great, because we're running about 35 minutes ahead of time. So we'll probably be ready for you guys in about 5 minutes. Do you want to climb up the 3 flights of stairs to the warm-up room?" We kind of looked at each other and said, "Nah, not going up 3 flights of stairs, no." So we just stayed in the alley, sang the intro to one of our songs, and then we, you know, went right on stage and just kind of bypassed the whole backstage aspect. So
After this, we're going to feature you on a song. Can you tell us about the song that everybody's going to hear?
Well, this clip is one that was taken in Jacksonville Saturday night as the gold medalist. They brought us back for the Saturday Night Spectacular. We got to come on stage after a couple other of the top 5 quartets sang. We got to say a couple words, and then we sang the song that we really kind of call the national anthem of senior quartets, and it's I'm gonna live till I die.
I'm gonna live till I die. I'm gonna laugh instead of cry. I'm gonna fill my cup until my number's up. I'm gonna live, live, live until I die. I'm gonna say, hey, what a guy. I'm gonna play for the sky. Ain't gonna miss a thing. I'm gonna have my fling. I'm gonna live, live, live until I die. The blues will lay low. I'll make them stay low. They'll never trail over my head. I'll be a devil till I'm an angel. But until then, glory, hallelujah, dance. Gonna fly. I'll take a chance. Riding high. I'm gonna take this town and turn it upside down. I'm gonna live, 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 live until I die. Till
I think were getting together doing, some stuff, and I was singing lead at the time, and it was not working quite as well as it should. And I mentioned about Mike, and we brought Mike in, and I went to baritone, and about a couple of rehearsals, man, it was just going crazy. I mean, we were, yeah, it was really sounded great. So it just went on from there.
Yeah, we had been circulating around in that Western Pennsylvania gang of ruffians, and I had sang with Vash and Harmonic Motion, first quartet, very first quartet.
Yes, yeah.
40 years ago, and what a thrill! But we sang with Harmonic Motion for a little bit, and then just moved around. But it was I think one of the linchpins for New Affair was Meyer, in my mind.
Yeah.
Because I personally think he's the finest tenor in them part of the world. So
I'm blushing.
Shortly after I was working out with the guys, we went down. Kipper was in town. George Gipp. He was going to work with a quartet. We went down to the Youngstown Cornrows to see Dave perform with 10 Ohio Singers, and we went past a bar, and it was the New Affair. That's how we got the name.
For me, it was clearly Beautiful Doll.
Mine was Yes, Sir.
When I Fall in Love.
Yes, Sir. Ain't She Sweet, Natalie? But I liked everything we sang.
I feel this way about barbershop in general. I mean, it's a group of guys that have a common goal, a common interest, and we've developed friendships not just within our quartet and you, Daryl, but you think about our extended families and friends throughout the society. I mean, it's something really special.
From Greater Pittsburgh, Upper Ohio Valley, Shenango Valley, the New Affair.
Hi, this is Troy Capians, and I have the privilege today of interviewing the 1980 JAD champs, Cincinnati Kids. And we'll go in order of my screen anyway. We have George Giffen, who was singing baritone, Randy Graham, who was singing tenor, Steve Thacker singing bass, and the one and only Scott Brandon singing lead. Where did you get the name Cincinnati Kids?
Well, if I remember,
Scott's mom.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. My mom thought of that name.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Actually, you know, there was a version of the Cincinnati Kids before George and Steve came along. We actually won the novice contest, the novice award at JD 2 years in a row. Randy and I started in a high school quartet, and we had two guys that sang in the chorus, Paul Nichols and Dick Hagerman. And we started singing as a high school quartet. And then after we saw Grandma's Boys at the Southern Gateway Chorus Show in the spring of '76, we decided to go down to the chorus. Randy and I ended up joining and going to San Francisco with the chorus that year. Then after that, Paul and Dick joined the chorus, and we competed in the '77 district and got 5th and got the novice award. And then it became kind of clear after a while that neither of those two guys were really full-on barbershop. And clearly Steve was, and then this guy from Chicago comes in and said 1977, and we start singing tags with him and stuff. He teaches us 100 tags. And we said, well, you know, we should sing with Steve and George because they're way more into it. But anyway, and so we got these guys, and then we went and we won the novice contest again because we had 2 new guys singing.
I'm going to go out on a limb, but on Friday night, we sang The Girl That I Marry, and I believe we sang When They're Old Enough to Know Better, It's Better to Leave Them Alone. In the finals, we sang Carolina Mammy and I'm Afraid of the Beautiful Girls.
Boy, this was in West Virginia, right? Huntington, and that was with the stereo going on the other side.
Yeah,
that's
nothing but just
that's the contest nobody heard.
Yeah, that's the contest nobody heard, which helped us an awful lot.
It's the show in Chicago when these 3 young men, we knew each other so well, and generally got along great, but they also knew how to get to me. I prided myself on being in tune, and they knew that. So they were starting as we're warming up. Oh no, you're a little flat. Oh no, you're a little. And they could just see me tensing up and getting madder and madder, but they didn't relent at all. I looked at them after they said one more criticism of me. I went over and I put my hand through a window. I literally punched my hand through a window. It was priceless to see the looks on their faces, but I had to wrap my arm up and sing with my fist in the air for the whole show, and then go to the ER afterwards. It probably shouldn't be my favorite show, but it just fond memories of these guys.
Listen, folks, speak of jokes. This is one on me. Took my gal to a dance at the Armory. Music played, dancers swayed. Then we joined the crowd. Well, I can't dance, but I took a chance. I like it just a little bit, quite a little bit, quite a little bit. She said, stop mumbling, though you are stumbling. I like it just a little bit, quite a little, quite a little bit.
We are meeting with Maverick, and what year did you guys win?
2010, baby.
2010. So how did the quartet come into existence?
Lost a bet.
And there was a change of parts.
Yes, there was definitely a change of parts.
Yeah, Josh and I were the replacement from the Indianapolis guys, right?
Yeah, this came from a contingency from TKO, which Aaron and Gary Texera sang with us, John and I. And as they moved on to that other quartet for
Four guys.
Four guys. When they moved on, John and I went hunting for some good singers, and we ended up with these two guys.
Oh, how did the name come into existence for Maverick?
Oof.
That was a long process. We were searching a long time to try to find something that sort of worked for us, and everybody had ideas and thoughts, and I think that we went a couple of weeks with no name, and then David just kind of sat us down and said, "Hey, it's Maverick," and we were like,
"Hey."
I don't think it went quite that way.
It was exactly that way.
Exactly.
So what were the four songs that you won with? Do you remember the four that you won with? Was Sunday Kind of Love one of them?
I don't even know.
It was It's Only a Paper Moon, When My Baby Smiles at Me, Look Me Up When You're in Dixie, and Sunday Kind of Love.
What different coaches did you guys work with over those 3 years?
We were mainly a Gene Barford quartet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Did Brian work with her at the same time, or it was just Jeannie?
Yeah, Brian too.
We'd have a couple of joint sessions with them, but most of the time it was Jeannie.
Did you guys have a favorite song in the quartet, in your shows and stuff that you like to sing?
Oh, I think that we loved to sing Bruno Mars's "Count on Me."
Mm-hmm.
That turned into a kind of a blessing to us and to audiences. You can count on me like 1, 2, 3, and I'll be there. And that was a nice arrangement. Let Dave do his thing on the bass, and I remember a special moment on our Swan set on the JAD stage, and we sang that, and it felt really, really right.
I want a Sunday kind of love, a love to last past Saturday night. I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love. I want a love, a love that's on the square. Can't seem to find somebody to care. I'm on a lonely road that leads to nowhere. I want a Sunday kind of love, a Sunday kind of love. I do my Sunday dreaming and all my Sunday scheming every minute, every hour, every day. I'm hoping to discover a certain type of lover, one who will show me the way. My arms need someone to endure and hold to keep me warm and Mondays are cold. A love for all my life to have and to hold. I want a Sunday kind of love. I want a Sunday kind of love. On a Sunday kind of love. I need a special Sunday kind of love. Kind of
All right, welcome everyone. I'm here with the 2015 Johnny Appleseed District Champions and current third place international medalist Quorum. First question up is how did Quorum begin?
Short story is that Gary and I, we've been competitive against each other and over the years. And yet on occasion, we would also get together and sing some tags with some friends from the AIC. One of the years out of maybe, we did this 4 or 5 consecutive years in a row. We just would do it for fun. One year I said, Gary, you should really consider singing bass. He said, oh, no, I could never keep up with you. And I said, well, Don Barnett kept up with Joe Conley, and I think you'd be just fine for the position, When we sort of got a little bit more rolling in to be serious about it, he said, I've always wanted to sing with my brother-in-law, Puck. So Puck was a natural fit at that time for us. And then also we brought in Nick Gordon, who was the original baritone of the quartet. He was a former student of Gary's as well. So there was sort of this connection with everybody.
So in Quorum, who is considered the alpha dog?
Nathan. I was going to play the silent game to see whoever answered the question first.
We've gotten to a point in our quartet where if we're trying to make a decision of some sorts, we'll have some discussion about it, but anymore it's just become, Chris, just tell us what you want to do, and that's what we'll do. So the alpha dog is Chris, sometimes with some challenges from myself.
What was the name of your very first quartet?
I want to go last.
Okay.
The name of my first quartet was Dominant Prep, and that was a college quartet with Brian Ziegler from After Hours and Aaron Pollard from the Collegiate Champ Frontier, and then Matt Solentrop.
My first quartet was with the men's chorus at Bowling Green, and I'm fairly certain that it was just varsity quartet. The first quartet that I competed with college level was called High Society.
Chris, go.
No, go ahead. No, Chris, go.
No,
mine was a quartet called Mother's Favorite, and it was a quartet with my dad. And my original baritone of Gotcha, not the original, the only baritone of Gotcha, Alan Gordon was the baritone. And a guy by the name of Bruce Workman.
Gary.
Well, my first quartet was also, like Puck, a varsity quartet from the Bowling Green State University Men's Chorus. And it was with our host tonight. David Callan was the lead of my first quartet, along with, a lot of you know, Carl J. Cash III was the tenor, and our baritone was John Jens. And our quartet was called Which Way's Up. I wanted a name that had a Z in it.
From the Independence, Greater Central Ohio, Zanesville, and Frank Thorne chapters, please welcome Quorum.
thinking of you. You're sweeter than a flower, I need you every hour. When you're not around me, my heart will compel me to call you up and say your name. Such a sweet and fragrant name. What a fragrant name. My posy, Rosie, you are my heart's bouquet. Come out here in the moonlight, there's something sweet, love, I want to say. For your honey boy is waiting, anticipating those ruby lips to greet you. So don't be so aggravated, my blushing Rosie, my posy sweet, my love. Rosie, the one I love, the one I love. You may talk about your daisies and the sweet forget-me-not, but the simple little rose sets me crazy on the spot. There are plenty of gouty flowers with their highfalutin names, but the rose is my right just the same. Could ever be the same, not the same. Oh, I love you, Rosie, Rosie, you're my posy. Love, I love you, don't you know, baby, you're my heart's bouquet. You got me throwing my cares away. Not my lily or daffodil, not my daisy or dandelion. You're my posy, my blushing Rosie. Tell your girl that ain't no lying. Hear me crying, no denying that I'll be swearing. No one comparing to you, you know I love you, blushing Rosie, with all my heart. I'm gonna make you mine, cause Rosie, you're so fine. Lips I'll greet, cause they're tasting mighty sweet. I gotta get a ring, then Rosie, I will sing, I'll be singing. I love you with all my heart. I love you with all my heart. Rosie, with all my heart. Kiss me too fiercely, hold me too tight. I need help believing you're here tonight. My wildest dreamings could not foresee lying beside you, with you wanting me, just for this moment, as long as you're mine. I've lost all resistance and crossed some borderline, and if it turns out it's over too fast, I'll make every last moment last, as long as you're mine, as long as you are mine, together for all time. Maybe I'm brainless, maybe I'm wise, but you can see through different eyes, different. Somehow I've fallen under your spell, and somehow I'm feeling it's It's up there. Every moment, as long as you're mine, I'll wake up my body and make up for lost time. Say there's no future for us as a pair. And though I may know I don't care, just for this moment, as long as you're mine, come be how you want to, and see how bright we shine. See how bright we shine. Borrow the moonlight until it is through. Moonlight's through. And know I'll be here holding you. As long as you're mine, for now and all time, as long as you I was minding my business, and life was a beautiful song. Never had a care or worry then. You had to come along. You may think I'm just flirting, and maybe you think I'm all lies, just because I get romantic when I gaze into your eyes. When I'm gazing into your eyes, I gaze into your eyes. How I love those eyes, them their eyes. Now I realize I fell in love with you. I never wanted to, but now I know what I did. I fell in love with you. I fell in love with you first time I looked at you. Them their eyes. You've got a certain little cute way of flirting with them their eyes. They make me feel so happy. They make me blue. Down slowly, I'm falling, I'm going in a big way for sweet little you, and my heart is jumping. You sure started something with them their eyes. Oh yeah, better watch 'em if you're wise. Baby, don't you realize they sparkle, they bubble, they're gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble. You're overworking them, there's danger lurking in them their eyes. How I love them loving eyes, I know right now, right now. I fell for you first time I looked at you, right when I looked into those eyes, and I knew that I'd fallen for you. And those tantalizing eyes, sometimes they make me feel so warm and happy, and then sometimes they're making me blue. Sweetheart, I know I'm falling for you. My heart is jumping, you sure started something with those eyes, how they hypnotize eyes, and you know that you better be wise. You better be oh so wise. They sparkle, they bubble, they're bound to get you in a lot of trouble. You're overworking them, babe, there's danger in their eyes. I'm a gazing in them eyes. I love them eyes at night in the morning. I love it when they're flashing my way. I want to see them every day. Never wanted to fall, but you keep flashing, oh, those sparkling eyes. And now I realize, yes, those eyes, they make me happy when I'm feeling down. I'm telling you, no stalling, yes, I'm falling. When you're around, then I'll be found. My heart is jumping, your shirt starting something with them there eyes. You know you better watch them if you're wise. You better, 'cause they sparkle and they bubble, gonna get you in trouble. Oh, how I love them, how I need them. Baby, now I realize I fell in love with you right when I looked in your eyes. Now my heart is jumping, I'm in love again, and you know I keep on loving them. I can't get over those eyes, those eyes.
Well, thank you for joining us for our very first virtual Show of Champions. We hope you had a great time over these last couple of hours. It's our hope that the next time we get to do a show like this, it's in person. But just in case, be sure that if we can't meet in person the next time around, the JADAQC will be ready to do another virtual show of great quartet champs. Thanks for being with us. And hey, in these special times, let's keep the whole world singing.
If troubles won't go away and things just seem to go wrong, a sure way to start the day is to sing a good old song. Just like old friends, they cheer you up when you feel blue. And old friends are just like old songs. They make you smile the whole day through. When you hear once again those old melodies, you warm in your soul by those sweet memories. So each time you sing an old song, you greet a dear old friend.